Hey everyone, good afternoon. Darrell here from the Central Oregon Daily Weather Center. Get ready for a gradual cooling trend that's eventually going to bring us back through the seasonal range to either side of 80 degrees. It's going to feel nice, but we still have a little bit of heat to get through. On top of that, fire danger conditions are going to be very high, almost critical across the Tri-County area. So several of our weather cameras that are courtesy of the Oregon Hazards Lab are actually zoomed in on a couple different spots through the Tri-County area. At the moment, we don't have much in the way of any smoke plumes, and going forward through the next couple of days, that could be a concern. But right now, very little cloud cover, extremely dry, no rain in sight, and hot. So across the state, the National Weather Service has a series of heat and fire related weather alerts that are in effect. So let's go ahead, dive in, take a closer look. There is an extreme heat warning until 10 p.m. this evening, and that's for most of Central Oregon. Not everybody though, because of these excessive temperatures. A holdover from yesterday, but a slight dip in temperatures is definitely helping. Now when it comes to fire weather conditions, a red flag warning is in effect until 11 p.m. tomorrow evening. Any fires that start are likely to spread rapidly. That encompasses the entire Tri-County area, and it is extremely dry. Our relative humidity values are in the teens across the high desert, with a couple spots that are even close to those single digits, just not quite there. Now let's talk temperatures. Looking at record high temperatures for Central Oregon, it looks like we tied a record high of 99 degrees for Bend, set back in 1981. Outside of that, it looks like Madras actually broke a record of 100 degrees set back in 80, and there are a couple spots that are close, just not quite there. Here's the map though. Looking at some of those high temperatures, it got up to 107 in Warm Springs, Sisters 101. Now some of these are holdovers because this is highs in the last 24 hours. Some of these are from yesterday, but actual current temperatures are mid to upper 90s for most. 106 in Warm Springs, 91 in Sun River, 92 in La Pine, but also 95 in Prineville and Paulina, 96 in Redmond, 97 in Madras, 98 in Sisters, and 99 degrees in Bend. Now, as we go forward, a bigger cooling trend is expected. Today we're actually running between 1 degree warmer and 4 degrees cooler than 24 hours ago, and by tomorrow we're losing 5 to 10 degrees. So temperatures fall back into the 50s tonight. Some 60s and a few 40s are expected. Those 40s, higher elevations, we're talking La Pine, maybe Sun River, Three Rivers, maybe Deschutes River Woods, and then tomorrow temperatures top out in the 80s and 90s. So that's right on target for this time of the year, much closer. Pardon me, I had a clipboard, but much closer than we have been. Now our UV intensity forecast is still very high through Wednesday, through Thursday, but then Friday and Saturday it starts to dip down. That's due to more cloud cover and then a chance of some showers. I'll have more on that in the next couple of minutes. So here through Wednesday, we get our dip in temperatures and a cold front's pushing through the high desert. This cold front does a couple things. First, it triggers our cool down. Second, it really starts to flatten our ridge of high pressure. Think of a ridge of high pressure as a dome of high pressure that's sitting over the Pacific Northwest. This cold front is going to swipe that dome and push it further down, even further to the south and the southeast. 90s and 80s expected. Thursday, 80s for most. By Friday, 70s and 80s, and then another system is rolling in. This first cold front is going to fizzle out, the one that's set to roll in Friday night, and then a reinforcing cold front actually kicks up a little bit more moisture. So we do have a cooling trend that's set up to bring us to either side of 80 degrees. Next chance of rain holds off till Saturday and Sunday. Could even see the potential for a few thunderstorms Saturday. Meanwhile, our air quality across Central Oregon sitting in the green. Good air quality up towards Portland, and between Portland and Mount Hood, it looks like there is some moderate air quality for hourly averages, but the real-time sensors are in the green. When it comes to fire weather conditions, today we were high. Tomorrow we will be moderate to high, and then by Thursday that starts to come back down to moderate and not as bad on Friday. That's because of increasing clouds, low rain chances. There have been a few showers around Baker City. Don't see any lightning strikes yet, but a lot of this is well off to the east, not even close to us. For Central Oregon, it's been sunshine and awesome sauce, and even looking at the enhanced infrared satellite, there's not much to talk about over the high desert, just a few light clouds. That broad ridge of high pressure is still anchored over the Pacific Ocean, but there's another high over the Four Corners region. That's what's bringing us the thermal ridging into the high desert. That's what kept our temperatures so hot. Let's switch gears. Let's look at water vapor imagery. And this is aloft, overhead, showing the amount of moisture over the high desert. And where you see the yellows and oranges, that's where it's just extremely dry. So there's almost a cap over the atmosphere that's allowing for anything other than subsidence and heating across the Tri-County area. Meanwhile, our forecast model shows that here through the overnight hours we stay clear. By tomorrow, some PM clouds. That cold front really brings a dip in temperatures, but by Thursday and Friday, we just get more clouds, but not much in the way of precipitation at all until we hit Saturday. Here's what happens Saturday. That cold front brings scattered showers, a low chance of thunderstorm activity. By Sunday, we still have a chance for showers, then clearing. By Monday, we are back to more sunshine, especially later in the day and through Tuesday. So not much at all in the way of precipitation in lower elevations. By late Friday, we could see a few sprinkles, and then we already did that one. So let's look at wind gusts right now. Gusts are between 15 and 25 miles per hour coming out of the northwest. Winds are 10 to 20 miles per hour coming out of the northwest. Now it's about to get breezy here through the next couple of hours, and then we get back down to a light breeze overnight. Breezy afternoon on Wednesday, and then by Thursday, still breezy during the PM hours. So for tonight, 60s and 50s with a few 40s out there. By tomorrow, we're looking at 90s and some 80s across the high desert. Not as hot, but still hot. And we still have that red flag warning. Very dry conditions and a breezy afternoon. By Thursday, below average. By Friday and Saturday, either side of 80 degrees. And remember, Saturday marks our next best chance of some showers with a low chance of thunderstorm development. Then by Monday and Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, a steady warm-up begin. So here's a look at your weather headlines for this Tuesday, August the 12th. A cooling trend is on the way. We're staying extremely dry until the weekend, and even at that, some showers and a few thunderstorms are possible. We have an extreme heat warning till 10 p.m. this evening and a red flag warning that goes through tonight, through tomorrow, until 11 p.m. Thursday. That's the latest in weather. Join us tonight on Central Oregon Daily News. We'll have the latest headlines and your most reliable forecast. See you then.